Hey guys, I'm here with my 2012 GasGas EC300, and first product I want to show you is my clutch cover. It's for the Rekluse. I sent the guy my old cover and he made some protection. Figure out it goes that way. And obviously that will high impact plastic composite will absorb anything. Just have to silicone that on. I just haven't got around to it. So that's one thing on my list here to do. If you want one of these, I'll have the link in the description. His email is gasgasman@sbcglobal.net. So you get directions of what to do. And yeah, I'll put it on. As you see, I run the clay, so I don't have to worry about the brake necessarily fitting in between. I think there'll be clearance. I guess if there wasn't, you could probably auger out a section to put that on. The next product I'm bringing you is from Modsquad. It's a 3-inch super cooler. That's really not what it looked like on the Amazon link. It was more just a rectangle, but this will work. As you can see, it comes with the hose clamps. I'm not buying this to try to cool the radiator coolant. I bought this to replace the thermostat, which doesn't have those nipples. Well, I don't know what you call that. Well, whatever. So, you know, this end right here, so when the hose is on, it stays on. The stock GasGas one, bad design, it's just smooth. And the hose, all you're relying on is that clamp. And luckily, I run Evans wireless, so I don't have to worry about pressure. But still, you can see over time it starts slowly coming apart. So it's kind of annoying. And I figured the thermostat's kind of annoying. You gotta run cooler. If I just do away with that, and it will just circulate all the coolant. That could be good and bad. If it's hot out, good. I guess if it's colder out, you know, the engine might have trouble getting up to temp. We'll see. You know, I don't have to ride this bike in the winter necessarily when it's snowing out, if you will. So, plan to put this on, see how it does. I also have to get a headlight bulb, and so just a few things I have to do with my GasGas maintenance. Figure I just do. I also have a kit for the carb too, for the smart carb. I have to rebuild it. Apparently it didn't shut off fuel and flooded the engine the other day in the garage. Caught it soon enough and got that turned off. So that's where I'm at, and I just figured I'd bring this video to you. I haven't done one of these in a while, and just show you what I'm doing on my bike, because this is real life and people want to see what does somebody do on their bike mechanically to keep it running, as long as I have 18,000 plus miles. So let's get to it. I'm going to tackle a few things today.
First thing I will do is remove the skid plate, and probably I'll go ahead and just remove the seat and maybe even the side panel, possibly undo the back too if I can do the smart carb, and silicone. I think I'll probably have to go buy some silicone, that composite protector on, clean that with alcohol. I'm mainly going to remove all that for the radiator coolant thing to go in, but I have to drain the coolant. So that's down there, and the skid plate's kind of in the way, and it's Evans, so I'm going to try to catch it and save what I can out of the system. Makes sense, right? Because I can just put it right back in. Plus, I can see the condition of the Evans too, and hopefully none of the fuel seeped when it went into the cylinder. It kind of seeped out on the base gasket. Hopefully, it didn't seep into the coolant, but I caught it soon enough, so hopefully not. I took the gas tank off my bike. I just have the seat on there because the batteries in the seat, attaches to the seat, so that way I don't have to undo the battery. But so I just kind of bolted it back on with the back bolt. But this is the bike. Got the skid plate off, got the gas tank, like I said, off. I just cut the line. You know, it's so hard to get those off. It's just easier to cut the line and go buy a freaking hose for a couple bucks versus trying to reuse the hose. Actually, I'm going to try to reuse it because I have a filter, and I'll just put a filter inline and see how that works. But like I said, it's just easier sometimes to cut a line and easier to replace it than spend half an hour trying to yank it off. I got my bike on the battery because I was trying to start it to diagnose the headlight if that is working or what the deal is, but yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. So I'll come back. I cut my milk, 1 gallon milk container to catch my Evans when I undo that, and I'm gonna tip the bike over first, lay it on its side, undo a bolt down there, which is that one right there. Undo that, it will come out. Then I'll crack the cap, try to catch it and not make a mess and have it all empty in here, just so I can undo the clamps up here. You can see I doubled up because I don't trust the thermostat in that not to pop off. I'll show you that in a bit, and I will toss in that, not for cooling, but just because it has the little barb fitting on the end, and that is a better word, the barb fitting, and because I'm just worried that's going to pop off, even with the Evans. With the normal coolant, it would just blow that hose right off if it got too hot. So the best way of draining the coolant, sorry I didn't get it on film for those that want every step by step, but lay your bike over. I used a chair I had, put the handlebar on, and the weight of the bike, it shouldn't move as long as you don't really move the bike too much. So I just got on the floor, laid down, and I undid this guy right here, this Allen with the copper. If you do it like that with the milk container, fits up under there just fine, and you can catch everything. So I'll probably just give that 30 minutes or so, let it drain, let it do its thing, and now I can recycle that back into the bike. And I also just caught everything without making a mess. If it's a light bike, like a dirt bike or enduro bike, just lay it over and catch it. That's a lot easier. I used to try to do it standing up, and it just, as soon as you undo the cap, it just is a big stream. It just pees out and gets everywhere. I haven't made a mess yet. This is awesome. First time I've actually done this. I thought about it a number of times, but then I get lazy and I'm like, eh. But this seems to work. So give this a try. And yeah, I think you'll be surprised that you're catching the fluid. Even if it's just coolant you're going to throw out, you caught it, you didn't make a mess, you don't have to wipe stuff up. And you guys can see, look how loose that is. Like, it just falls out because there's no... So, if you're actually running normal coolant, that line's so easy to blow. Some people don't like these factory things they use where they squeeze together, but I actually like them. As you can tell, I put two up here, and I just put a normal one there. There we go. I mean, all you have to do is squeeze them together. You just kind of line it up by hand and take this and squeeze, and they tighten. Okay, that's all you do to get the thermostat out. In fact, I'm going to use the ones that came with the little radiator. Well, they call it they call it a cooler, not a radiator, but you get what I mean. Put some tape up here to stop the plastic from rubbing, but when it gets hot, it kind of melts. It's just electrical tape. It has that barb fitting where the other one does not. So that's just going to slide into there, like that. I don't think I need to cut my hose at all. I think that will work just fine. And maybe that will add a little cooling. I'm gonna guess probably not significant. Don't worry, get in there. You want that one up like that?
tight, nice and tight. Good check. Not too much. Just want a good seal. And obviously using a new hose would probably work the best. The hose kit for the GasGas seemed kind of pricey. I don't know, I thought it was a couple $100 or something. Considering the hoses are nothing special. But then again, it's not a big volume bike, so you know, they have to make it up on cost, charging more than being able to charge less and selling more. So understandable, but it's like I just need, really, you know, they're not that long. But at some point I probably should get a new hose. And I'll zip tie all this back up nice and tight. I can put a zip tie around there just to hold this flush. You can also cut them if you want, but then they're harder to get back together. But if you kept some on hand, you just cut it so it's short and not as long. Okay, let's zip tie that. Alright, I have a zip tie go around that just to keep that smooth versus being out till you reach in for something, poke yourself. Like I said, just do that. And I'll do one to hold my line. Like that. Make it nice. Do it in the same spot. I have a zip tie going around the frame, and what that is just to kind of hold the hose, these lines off the fan. I just use that as an attachment point. Go like that. Just to kind of hold it out there. Same thing here. That guy flat. Like I said, I just want to do that just so I'm not poking myself down the road, you know, or I have an issue and I go reaching in and you learn. It's no fun. So zip ties are, these ones, you know, Harbor Freight, these, just get the cheap guys for things you might be cutting off. And what you do is then you cut them flush. So use something good like this. You cut them flush. Good snips. These ones are made in Italy. They're fancy, I know. Probably pretty expensive. My father gave them to me. So you don't get yourself cut on zip ties. There we go. That is done. That is in, and it's away from the fan. It's okay if it's against the body. I don't care about the paint at this point. Yeah, it just keeps everything away, you know. Makes it good. So, one thing done. I still have to buy the silicone for the clutch cover. I guess I will go ahead and fiddle and get the smart carb out and take a look at that.
Well guys, I am all done with the GasGas. It's like 4 days later, but I took it out for a ride. Works great. And the smart carb is squared away. I went ahead and I added a inline filter. Kind of zip tied it so it's kind of held back just due to how the carb and petcock on the GasGas sit. That way it's kind of held back and not sticking out this way. And yeah, you know, even the stock one was like that. It stuck way out. Don't know why they do things like that, but anyways, air filter's clean. Like I said, it ran great. I need to check the coolant level, see if it burped any. But other than that, it's going strong. So, back to working. And as far as the battery go that I talked about, I don't know if I need a new one. It seems like it charged with the bike, and it started. So maybe it's just the battery tender charger. Maybe I should look at getting a new one. I think it was, when I got this, I thought it was only like 10 bucks. So, I don't know, maybe I'll get a new one, see if that's the issue. And it doesn't hurt to have chargers, so that might do it if that's all it is. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Have a good one.